So here we are with 4/5 of King Kraken. We're in Merthyr. It's fucking freezing, but it's warm in here. So, the last time I saw you guys, it was fucking freezing as well.
Yeah. Seems to be a bit of a trend.
In Birmingham. So, that was before you played the main stage.
Sweet, yeah. Was that the last time we seen us?
Yeah.
Is it?
Amazing, isn't it?
Oh my God.
So, we got a lot to catch up on.
We have, yeah.
So, let's start with that, because obviously that was a pretty big special show.
Yeah.
So, talk me through it.
Well, this was 2020, we played stage 2, Birmingham 2, and we thought that was amazing.
That was like, oh, the best.
Yeah. And then we were like, hell yeah, this is amazing. And then the next month, the world went to shit. Yeah, 2 years later, we invited back, same time, same place.
Yeah,
but we were on the main stage this time.
Unreal.
And main stage was just special, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Crowd were incredible.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
That was It was. That's probably our best gig all year, isn't it? We played some.
Yeah, it was our first sort of big gig, wasn't it?
We played some big gigs this year, didn't we? But I suppose that's definitely the biggest. Definitely. Absolutely. And all the opportunities that come from that as well, and you know what I mean. It's been, everything else that's come on top of it has been.
We've met so many people.
Amazing.
Met so many people through it as well that actually saw us on that stage, and people that are still coming through to the sort of our online sort of pages and stuff.
Yeah.
Just saying that was an amazing gig, and we were there, you know.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Because through that gig, we played 2,500 people, maybe it was 2,000 people. I can't remember how much it was exactly, but I mean, through that gig, we probably sold more merch on our pre-order because of that gig for our album, which is mad, because you think oh yeah, we got a good following on Wheels and all that stuff, but because of that gig, the amount of people of just it's mad, because now we got a bigger following in England than what we do Wales.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
If you think back to the last time you played, which was 2020, and you would, the week after you went into the studio, you did the EP.
Yeah.
It was the day after.
The day after.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Straight from the O2 into the studio, and everything was set to go.
Yeah.
And then it all went to tits. Was there any trepidation that shit, here we are again? What's going to happen after this?
Yeah. I think there's more of an excitement now than there was then, because obviously we've got the album ready and sort of just about to go, and
I suppose
it's amazing.
Yeah, I suppose when we started back playing August 21, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a scramble. It was
so we're
out of lockdown now. We've got to do this. We've got to do this. We've got to do this.
Got to hit the ground running.
Got to do this. And it was double the effort.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's different between those two? You mean, is it or?
Well, it was more about the fact that you were all set up to go. You've done the recording, and then of course everything stopped.
Yeah.
So 2 years later, you're back where you were.
Yeah.
And there must have been a thought of almost hold your breath because
we've been here
twice, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a little bit of that, I guess. But I suppose we were just we knew we had to hit the ground running, didn't we?
Yeah.
We knew we had to. We knew we had to. Because we built up so much momentum. Going into that gig,
It's almost like you come out of the lockdown, and as soon as you're out of lockdown, you want to distance yourself from lockdown as quickly as possible. You don't even want to say it. No, you don't want to say it. It is
mad, isn't it? Because we've probably been a year and a half now, nearly. We've been back playing, haven't we? Yeah. But you're still getting questions what happened in lockdown and that, it's such an important thing to people, you know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of the interviewer's staple question.
Yeah, it is.
Because you can fall back for 2 years and say, what did you do? For bands that were recording during lockdown, it was almost, how did you interact and that. But I know you guys were in touch. I know you were working on it. So let's move forward from the O2. What happened? So that was February. You were back on the circuit then. You were gigging. You've had some last minute support slots, as in last weekend. So talk me through last weekend, because you were with bloody Monster Truck, weren't you?
It was crazy. It was literally an email out of the blue.
On Tuesday.
On the Tuesday, how do you guys fancy supporting Monster Truck on the weekend?
We were at Bad Practice.
So shall we do it?
And how easy is it for you, if you get an offer like that, for you all to like drop everything and do it?
I think it's priorities and knowing what's important.
Depends on how important,
we knew this was really important, and an opportunity like this doesn't come around all the time, so you just got to go for it. Just got to. I just thank God it was on Saturday. We literally sold so much merch that night. It's unbelievable. We literally, we just got a new set of merch, a new order of merch, and half of it's gone already. It's mental. We sold so much merch that night. It was just like we just still counting the money.
And with that, we actually like met our pre-order like fulfillment, didn't we? And then like we made like another like loads of money on top of that. So we were like, what the hell, like.
So is your Dreamliner outside? Is it?
It was a bit of a nervous time with the pre-order. Because you think, oh shit, are we going to actually make that? Are we going to make the orders, or are we going to have to put money in to actually make up because there's a limited amount that you have to order. And we were just like, it's a lot of money, but we're way over that now. We're sort of really sort of proud and so happy that the fans have literally sort of just backed it, buying us, believe in everything.
Is the pre-order stuff? Have any of you been in that position before, or is it new territory for all?
No,
first time.
I've never done an album before, so because
you had?
We've kind of done pre-orders in the previous, but not on an album. It was like on EPs and singles. It's like I said, what me and Mitch were talking about the other day, about being a car actually is different with this because it is now self-released. It's a bit you haven't got anything in the background, something taken care of you. Although I don't think that would have necessarily been the way it went anyway. But
I'm happier that we are in this position. Yes, I'm happier that we are self-releasing and we're doing everything ourselves, and we're doing a bloody good job of it. We've got a team behind this, absolutely fantastic. They're pushing it. They're pushing everything that we're asking them, and it's working wonders at the moment.
It's going really good.
And how hard is it? Because obviously the kind of social stuff, the social media, and I'm not saying just Facebook, but all the other bits that go with it, Instagram and stuff. I mean, none of us are that au fait with it, and you're a child, but the rest of us.
Mate, we're also on TikTok.
Well, I'm sure you are. I've seen you dancing, mate.
We're doing it. We are. Anything that gives us a little bit of an audience, we do.
It's hard to, how do you say, like, because I mean, like, I think what we found out more than anything is probably gigs and actually being a band is probably like 10% of the work in it. What actually goes into it, and I think like we had some important conversations with each other. Like a few weeks ago, we were talking about like actually making it a business and all the rest of it, because we were like, oh, what are we going to do with this money and all this and the other, like and then we was like, oh, I didn't get into a band for this. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a mad thing though. It's like it's getting to the point now where we're like, we have got to start having these conversations and this and the other. Like last weekend, like we've always like travelled around in cars and this and the other. Like the last weekend, we've got like all this like new merch and stuff with us. We've got all our gear and all this. We're like, boy, we best buy a van. Like
it's always like Team Kraken is bigger than the sum of its parts now.
The biggest part is like being in a band with people that are idiots is one thing when you're just playing music, but being in a band with idiots when you're talking about taxes.
We love this guy.
Well, at least he turned up for the interview.
Like something.
As soon as he finished his set, he was back in his box. Jack in the box.
So let's talk about the album a bit, because the first few reviews have trickled in, and they've been phenomenal. I've written mine, but you're not seeing it.
I'm looking forward to that.
But I haven't stopped playing it. And I mean,
Really?
oh yeah, it's on in the car at the moment.
It's.
Oh no, actually, I played Fury on the way up.
Oh, that was a stinger, that was.
You should spell it right.
Yeah, but I mean, for you guys as your first album, and you always ask people when they just released an album, they'll say, "Oh, yeah, it's the best album you've ever done." And obviously, it is the best album you've ever done because it's the only one you've ever done.
Yeah.
But when you listen back to it now, because of course, some of the songs are very familiar for you.
Yeah.
Some of the latter songs, you know, Castle of Bones, things like that.
Yeah.
But some of them are obviously still new. I mean, where do you sit in terms of listening to your own music, and how do you cope with it?
I've got it on 24/7. I fucking love it, and it's taken over my life, and it's in the car. I've got the Bluetooth in the kitchen. And I'm watching TV and I'm putting YouTube on and watching the video. I love all the songs.
Just the last minute of Green Terror.
I keep rewinding that bit just to watch me.
See, I'm the other way around though. I am like I've had to distance myself from it because I find it very difficult to listen to something from a fan's perspective.
Yeah.
I can't distance myself.
That's where I was coming from. Loads of musicians say, I've played it to death for 6 months. The last thing I want to do is bloody listen to it.
But I've intentionally like left it like 3 or 4 months. Yeah. And then I've listened to it and I'm like, fuck me, this is fucking phenomenal. Because I still think it is, obviously I think it's great. But like when you hear it back, like when you hear it for ages, it's different when you're playing it, when you're in practice and all the rest of it. I had to say to everybody, like, everybody who says like, the album's great and all that. So I've got like a weird perception of it because I can't distance myself from hearing other things as well, like the Green Terror riff, that was probably been in like 3 or 4 other songs, hasn't it? You know what I mean? Like, so
it's had a journey, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like, I remember everything else that, you know what I mean, like that goes along with that, like, you know, and I think, I personally think like that is the best sort of. Definitely the best song that has been in. Like,
the best us.
Yeah,
it
is. Yeah. And it's the best representation of
this is
us,
it. And we've come a journey over the last couple of years, and those songs have evolved, and we've changed and tried this and tried that, and bits of different songs have been in different songs. And it has sort of just grown into what it is now, and it's sort of it's. Well, to me, it's my baby, and obviously all of us feel that way, and it's I just can't wait to get it out there now.
Yeah.
I think
go on,
going back to the actual question about listening to it, I think personally I went through 3 stages with it. So the first one was like leaving the studio and listening to it, going, actually this is going to be really good. This is right. And then the second stage was, and it's always the same. Like, I found it particularly taxing and stuff. You got to mix back off Ramesh and his bits, right? And I remember I get back and I was in work, right, and it's like my messenger's going off and it's like, these like all buzzing going, this is epic, right? I couldn't wait to listen to it. And I had to listen, right? And I said, I need to, there's loads that needs fixing right now. I've done painful stages where you spend, and then when you're in that stage, you can only listen to it sort of analytically, right? So instead of listening to music, you're listening to everything that you're not happy with.
It just sort of jumps out, doesn't it? You want something lower in the mix, or
so what I did was I went through a phase then of listening to it under a microscope just to decide what I really couldn't cope with committing to saying like this is the final, this is it, right? And then after that I kind of did what Richard did and I distanced myself from it for a little while, but I'm at the point now where I can just listen to it almost as, obviously I can't listen to it entirely as if it's just someone else's music because it isn't, but I can listen to it now and just think, I want just to listen to the music instead of to critique it. I can enjoy it again now because for a little while after like battling through sorting the mixes out, like the last thing I wanted to listen to was that.
So we had a time where everybody was like happy apart from me and you and I, isn't it? And we said, right, we're going back to the studio. We're going to sit down with Ramesh and actually just pinpoint the little tweaks ourselves. And we sat down and we came away from there and we were blown away then. because everything is as we wanted it.
Yeah.
Because really, you know what? It's like I'd say, so he literally spent 10 seconds listening to one track and he said, "This is the best shit ever." Like, he was done, like, so. And I'm like, oh.
Oh my God, when you got the attention of the goldfish.
And he's like,
What are we talking about?
it's perfect. He's like, listen to something I'm writing, and it's like, okay. But, yeah.
What about you, Matt, with the vocals? Because obviously that's the, you know, in terms of, it's the front of the band, isn't it?
Don't fucking make his head any bigger than what it is.
I don't know, really. Come on. I mean, how do you feel listening to your, because I mean, I don't know how you feel about listening to your voice. I can't stand listening to my own voice from doing interviews.
It's really hard to listen to your own voice, but what he done with it was, for me, was brilliant.
Yeah.
Especially the double tracking on the choruses really lifts it. It's really strange listening to your own voice because normally I can't stand it, but whatever Ramesh has done to it, it fits with the music that's going on. So I know that I'm in the right band. Yeah, it just works for me.
Yeah.
We're just really pleased we got another singer into. Vocals afterwards.
Going back to listen to the album, I'm fucking sick of it. Can't stand it.
Oh God! So we've got tonight, and then what have you got? Have you got any gigs between the launch? The album launch.
It's kind of on purpose. I think if something comes up far away, then we'll.
Well, like
we'll
Middlesbrough again, is it?
Yeah. Anyway. If any, we got.
Anything good comes up.
Yeah.
We've got to get the money out of the van now, have you?
Yeah.
Which is hiring.
But yeah,
So let's talk about the album launch, because you did 30 VIPs, and some stupid fuckers have all bought them, haven't they?
No, I don't know where they went.
Which is great, because when we were talking about it, because Kerry came up with it.
Yeah.
Kerry Davis came up with it. And he was like, oh yeah, why do we do VIPs? We were like, we are not big enough to do VIPs, so we all of us said,
See where they
But then he was like, oh yeah, let's do it, like we can offer a poster, we'll offer like a lanyard and come in for sound check and this and the other. And we were like, cool, happy days, alright, yeah, tidy. And it was all Kerry's idea.
Do you think most people that bought them have no idea how dull the sound
Probably,
is?
I don't even know what a sound check is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll do the sound check and then pretend to have a sound check later.
The thing is, I don't want a situation where the crowd are VIPs because no one bought the normal tickets.
Oh, so it's 30 on that now.
Everybody that's going to be there going to be VIP.
It's important to make everything special, isn't it?
So where are you on it? How many tickets have you sold?
It's gone up around 100, I think, isn't it?
Not far.
It's not far off 100 now, so yeah.
Good to know, isn't it?
Fingers crossed, we'll sell it out.
So we've got the room upstairs, which is it's a different shaped room, which is we played there with Florence Black a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if you were there actually. Were you?
No, I don't come to it.
It's a real nice room, and it's I like it better than that room actually. Personally.
It's a nice way.
It's wider, it's not.
Is it a square? Is it Richard Square? Is it?
But
It's
it's,
the half fucking thing, right?
I think it's personally I think it's a nicer room, and it's I think the sound is better in there as well.
It's definitely nice.
We got some nice surprises planned for that gig as well.
Have you bought your ticket, Paul?
Yeah, I've got VIPs, haven't I? Yeah, and a Wi-Fi.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
You should be free, shouldn't you?
So let's just go back. So 3 or 4 years ago when I first met you guys at Metal to the Masses in Cardiff, I mean, you were very much in your infancy then. But I mean, you're not, you're seasoned.
Yeah.
So, are you did you have a plan where you wanted to be?
No,
Not then.
it was a case of play anywhere and everywhere as much as possible
Yeah.
and see where the pennies land, basically. And thankfully, we got onto the HRH circuit by doing the Highway to Hell with the
Was in
HRH
Sheffield, wasn't it?
Sheffield, yeah. And that's when people started to notice us then, and it's gone from there, really good.
Then we got like from Kerry anyway because he was the centurion.
Kerry is.
Oh yeah.
Kerry's been instrumental.
But having said that, like some of these are playing Marcy's next year, so I think we still
Who's on
have I completely agree with what you're thinking.
I think maybe that's a conversation for off video.
But yeah, I suppose like back then, like it was like when we first started the band, when we obviously had ideas for how we wanted to go, but I don't think any of us expected to be doing stuff constantly. Like on top of your day job, like, cause like we've kind of got to the point now where like I've got 3 or 4 things that I know I've got to do on Sunday, and I've left them like a few days. Like Adam,
it's been absolutely insane.
Yeah,
especially from my perspective, doing the Photoshop, the design stuff. It's non-stop.
Yeah, literally
constant.
non-stop. Yeah.
Do Photoshop. Shut your face. You can't even spell Photoshop.
F-O.
He's pretty good at it. You've probably seen 1 or 2 of his things.
I mean, is it something that, I mean, I know that I would much rather do the music stuff that I do than do my job.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you're all...
Yeah.
And it's a real discipline, isn't it? Because you guys all got jobs.
We're all full-time jobs.
Yeah.
I've just had to swap my job for this reason, really.
Yeah, how's the van driving going anyway?
What's it? Yeah. But like I work 12 hours. I only work 3 days a week, but I work days, nights, I work everything. And I've had to I've got to the point now where I'm like, I've got to do something about this, because like we had like 8 nights out, like probably like 2 or 3 months ago, and like I got home at the end of the 8 days, and then I was like, my kids actually look bigger. And we were constantly busy. We were doing stuff all the time. Yeah, and I was like, do you know what? Like, I've got to change something here. Otherwise, I have a family left. But yeah, I mean, we are just constantly doing stuff on top of our day jobs. I don't get me wrong, we love it. You know what I mean? Like, but it is very much turning into how would you say? Yeah, literally full time.
It's full time. It is full time.
There's enough probably.
Even in work, we're on.
I think you're in. I think that's the misconception of being in a band is how much work it actually is outside of learning the songs, playing the gigs. How much extra work it is.
Yeah.
And I do you remember like when we recorded the album, right? We recorded the album like in April, right? And we were like, right, it's gonna be out like October time or something.
Didn't say what year.
Yeah, right? And we were like, yeah, this is great. Like, and then we actually started talking to people and all the rest of it, like Rob from Stampede and Emma from Plug and Baby and all the rest of it. Like, we were like, oh shit! Like, there's so much stuff that we've got to do before we even get to be able to release the first single, let alone the album. Like, you know, because there is like Mark has done all the design and stuff and all the rest of it. And then we kind of share the workload between us, sort of thing. But I mean, like, there's literally so much stuff constantly. Like, we've had loads of magazine stuff recently, haven't we?
We're constantly filling out forms and sort of sending bio.
Does it surprise you how much media is actually out there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You don't see it. You don't see it before you actually sort of look into PR and stuff, and it's just kind of.
When you get the report back that you've had 90 plays on 90 different radio stations this week.
Yeah.
This week it was like, what?
It is mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I do. I'm in this Facebook group. It's a thrash metal group, but every week they do a podcast and they put. They ask all the members of the club to say 3 things they've been listening to.
Yeah.
And I put your album in this week. And one of the guys that runs the club said, I've heard them on Jason Manley's radio Morgan radio station. It was really good.
Yeah.
And I think, hang on a minute. This is a real trick. This is a guy in the club and he's listening to it, then Christ knows.
He's coming in earlier, the guy that opened the door for us, he said, what band are you with? I said, King Kraken. Oh, my mate is raving about you all the time. I can't wait to check you out tonight. It's like, that's really nice. And
it does really feel like
really nice.
I don't want to sound conceited at all, but I'm waiting for the bad review because we've never had one.
Yeah.
Honestly, we've never had a negative review.
Bunch of wankers.
It's unbelievable.
There was one shit gig that I was sort of half pissed that day, and my amp was just fucked if you remember, with my steak.
Oh,
that was a dreadful gig. But
the liquid logs.
apart from that, every single. Well, we didn't have a bad review anyway, but it just pinpointed the fact that there was issues. And but other than that, we've always had good reviews, and we've always had positive sort of vibes and everything.
Positive feedback.
Everything. We're going to be gutted now when we get some shit reviews tonight.
I think people are like, they're too polite, like, it'd be more fun if people were prepared to actually write nasty things, wouldn't it? Because,
I do, don't you really?
it's like, I read people saying nice things about bands, and I think, you say, you're the type of nazi critics, you say, I'm deaf, right? I don't know which one it is, like, I'm mute now, right? So I prefer it if people were like, just sort of saying party things, just to get rid of some of the bands off the circuit.
I had my worst gig ever about sort of 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Just everything that could go wrong went wrong. And it just fucking, I don't know what it was. I couldn't play anything. I just couldn't remember anything. I don't know what it was. I was sober. I was just
What are you talking about?
I've been worse like that. But I was just like, oh my God, I just don't know what the hell is going on here. But I still had really positive reviews of it. It's weird.
You did one gig, right? And it's my favourite, like, not peak mistake, my favourite life mistake that I
I remember.
This one track, it was, I think it was Man Ray Monster, wasn't it? And like,
No, it was Haddonfield, it was.
no, it wasn't. This one was Man Ray Monster. What he did was, right, I think he'd been singing that, right? And basically, his amp said a clean channel, right? So we started off.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That was Hammerfest.
Oh, was it?
The beginning of the gig on the main stage.
Yeah.
The Hammerfest.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then fucking, I started off with the clean.
It's like,
I was like,
I think my favourite, not to keep on, but the favourite one has got to be Haddonfield. Pete came up pretty much wrote Haddonfield, didn't he, right? So we were playing and he went, I don't know, you start this one, don't you? We all looked at him like, what the fuck?
I was looking at the wrong songs on the set list. I was like,
All the gigs we played. If you go back over every gig we played and you watch the gig closely and watch Pete, the amount of times you go,
which one are we playing next? I don't even know. Names of songs with myself.
You just have numbers down
I
there.
change the titles, will see.
I usually got side notes. This is the one where Adam starts.
That might be a good point in which to finish this, because we can look at watching you specifically tonight. I'm going to set this up in there.
I know them now. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Give it a couple of weeks.
He says that.
Well, the other thing is of course, you're uber critical of yourselves,
that's right.
but the majority of us don't notice it.
No, that's right. That's right.
I think people noticed when you started at the channels instead of getting cracked.
Maybe we just
The clean channel on Hammerfest, that was the best start to a gig ever.
brilliant.
And the monitors with the drums just had it was like
a delay, wasn't it?
It was like a delay of about 2 seconds, and I was like,
That was the most surreal thing.
it was. He hit the
drums
drums,
as a vocalist.
hit the drum, and then about 2 seconds later, it was just like
The monitors were so directional that when I was playing and I was doing my caged bear prowling up and down a bit, the sound was going and coming as I was passing the monitors.
it was mental.
So we've got the album. We've got tonight. We've got the album launch to look forward to.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll catch up after the album launch. See how you're doing. See if you've had that shit review then.
That'll be tonight.
Yeah, but I'm talking about album review now. Someone's going to come back and say,
We'll have to write another album for that to be shit.
And we'll catch up then, guys.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.